Alright, this video is going to show you how to create a Lenovo Diagnostic bootable USB. The issue that I found was if you follow the site's procedures, which I'm going to run through now, there's an issue with the size of the USB. And I'm going to show you how to install this on a 1 gigabyte USB when if you do it the Lenovo way, it makes it have to at least be 2 gigs or bigger. So let's proceed. First, I'm just going to do a quick format of the USB I have in it. See, it's coming in as 959 megabytes, so just shy of 1 gig. Let's do a quick format. I already had it all set up, so I'm kind of running through it again. And let's see. Start. Okay. I think I might have done it already, but format complete. Okay. So format's complete. It's good there. So first, I will have all the links in the description. But you would want to go to the Lenovo site, Diagnostic bootable USB. You can Google it. It's like the first link. You want to download the bootable USB exe and the bootable CD ISO file. Now, keep in mind, you can do it the way I'm going to show you now, and it'll work fine as long as your USB is 2 gigs or higher. If it's not, in my situation where I have a USB key that's kind of in the shape of a key that I like to have on my key ring, and I kind of want to use it, and it's a gig or less than a gig that it's coming in as, I will show you how to do that as well. So after you download those files, you want to move them into a separate folder by themselves. So I just labeled it Lenovo abbreviation of diagnostics. And then you have the boot generator 10 and the ISO file. Linux, it comes in as a Linux file, but you boot it on Windows. That doesn't matter. So once you have those in a separate file by themselves, you basically are just kind of following what Lenovo says. So copy image file into one folder, plug the USB key in, which I have. It's coming in as the E, drive letter E. Log into Windows and launch the command prompt as administrator. So yes to that prompt. So we did that. And then you want to navigate to the folder where it's located. So in my situation, I need to go to users, dir to list the directory, and we want to go to Tim, directories, cd, and tab is your best friend when it comes to doing anything in command prompt. That's just my opinion. Lenovo Diagnostics, and these are the two files here. And once we're in that file, you want to run this command that they show here. Now it starts out with the boot generator. In this thing they haven't updated. It's coming in as 10, but if I go back to here, you will see. Oh no, it is 10. Okay, I thought that before it might have said 11. Okay, so in this area it does say 10. So just make sure that obviously you can hit tab or copy and paste, but just make sure all the things are correct, and you'll find out pretty quickly if it's not typed in correctly. Drive title, you can name it whatever. I have a kind of something I typed up already, Lenovo Diagnostic abbreviated, and then I have E for the E drive. So you just want to go to and confirm what your drive is coming in, what your flash drive is coming in as. And then at the end you have the ISO file, and you can copy paste or tab to fill in the whole thing. So we will copy that, open this, I'm going to clear the screen, and if I run this guy, press yes to continue, or any other key to exit. So it's just warning you that it's going to delete everything. I already formatted it, so I will say yes. It'll boot the download the free space. The boot must have more than 2 gigs. Current size is less than a gig. So that's the error that you get when you try to use it, boot it the way that Lenovo shows you. So if we exit out of there, close out of that, minimize that, the way I want to do it to a less than 2 gig thumb drive or flash drive is this tool that I've used before, and it creates bootable USB drives the easy way, I guess is how they say it. And the thing cool about this is that you can actually get a portable version along with a desktop version. So you can kind of carry it around on a flash drive, pop it in, and create a bootable ISO anywhere. So I actually don't have this on this computer yet, so I will install this now. It's a very quick, easy install. We'll click that to run it. Say yes to any security prompts. Check for sure, why not? Check for updates. Okay, so now we have this file. So let me minimize that, and I'm going to bring this guy up here. So just confirm it detects the USBs automatically. So if you have more than one plugged in right now, just confirm it's the one you want. Scheme target, I just kind of leave the defaults. FAT32 is fine. You can label it to whatever you might want to. I'll just leave it to what that is saying. And then here is the create a bootable disk using an ISO image. And then you can click here, and then you just want to go to that folder's path, and you're kind of ignoring the boot generator, and you're kind of just strictly doing the ISO file. That's good, and then just say start. So then this is the key. The image uses a file that's missing about basically that the bootable generator brings in as a new version. So basically this is telling you that select yes to connect to the internet and download these files, and select no to cancel the operation. So you want to say yes here, because that's basically going to bring in the files you need that this was going to bring in that are missing. All data will be erased, hit OK, and that is off. So it's creating the bootable USB, and it's working on a less than 1 gig flash drive. And the reason why it's working is, for some reason, this bootable generator 10 and the Linux bootable, it pulls too much information, I guess, is my best guess. I'm not really sure exactly what they're trying to pull in or whatnot, but if you just strictly use a separate piece of software to boot the Linux ISO file for the Lenovo tool, then you don't even have to worry about the boot generator at all. So we'll let this run, and I will be back in a second. Okay, the USB is created. It says ready. I will say close there, exit out of there, and if we go ahead and take a look at it, you will see the files that it created for the Lenovo Diagnostic tool bootable. So I will jump out into my iPhone 6 camera, and we will test this thing out. Be right back. Alright, here we are back at the desktop. Close that. That's the script that I set up for the command prompts. If I open up Google Chrome, you'll see that it just automatically opens to the Rufus, I think that's how you say that, creating the USB thing that we downloaded, and Lenovo down. So just showing that I am on the same computer. This is the key-shaped Lenovo, I think it says Lenovo, yeah, it does say Lenovo on it, USB that I created, that we just created too, and I had it labeled, and it says like the 1 gig there as well. So if we go ahead and plug this guy in, there we go. And it just says it needed a little scan, so did a little scan on it real quick. It should fix any issues that it was having. So now let's go ahead and restart. Now this Lenovo It's an SL410. I don't know if you can see that. SL410 Lenovo. It's an older computer. Kind of one that I just mess around with, and I've actually been having some slowness and freezing, where I've actually had to just hold the power button down to crash it. Problems, but so as you can tell, I had it set to boot the USB already. So it just shot up to the USB as soon as I saw it. Typically it's F8, F8, F10, F12. I know HPs are escape. I know some are delete. So whatever brand you have, you'll have to kind of look it up to see, to get into your BIOS and change the boot sequence. So I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to let it run just to show you what it goes through. It's kind of counting up here percentage-wise. The whole process of it booting to the USB that we created on a 1 gig stick, I'll remind you. And once it finally gets up, kind of gives you a GUI 4.3.0. Got the mouse control, Lenovo Diagnostics. So then you have the processor, memory, motherboard, optical drive, PCI Express. There's no RAID, storage, video card, and it's not detecting any fan. So with this guy, you can kind of pick, like, say I wanted to do storage. You could detect like bad sectors, like memory. You can stress the RAM to see if there's any issues there. Video card. So on this guy, I'm actually going to run all, and I'm going to do an extended, and we'll do quick and restrict to unattended only, and we will run test. So obviously, I'm not gonna show the whole test. I'm assuming this is going to take a long time. As you can see, it's an Intel Core 2 Duo CPU, so it's a kind of a crappy computer, but or at least I'm not a fan of the Core 2 Duo. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. Comment please below, like if you like it, and thanks for watching.